I'm Lance Glass. We're back in the studio again. Gonna look at some guitars and basses. You ready? Let's do it. I started out making music. I was a bass player. So, it's only natural I started making basses. This was the very first one. It's kind of a hard rocking time. Seems obvious. But this was it. Used a Kramer neck, Lance Glass body. Then that multi-string bass thing started becoming popular, so okay, I gotta make me a 6-string. 4 isn't enough. So, but this was a real instrument, so to speak. Jumping forward another couple years. Came up with this one. This I still use today. It's a very good sounding instrument. Walnut and Wenge. And this little guy sounds pretty good. Matter of fact, this is the bass that was used on Trap. Nice little 5-string that use once in a while. It's a mahogany, mostly mahogany number. Okay, well at that point started moving away from being a band member and endeavoring to be more of a solo artist. So I had to get into guitar because the guitar players I was hiring, I didn't feel like my ideas were being interpreted in a manner that was reflective of the direction that I wanted the music to take. So, you know, I got the guitar out and started learning how to play it. Well, once that got going, of course I got to, you know, start making my own. And this, I believe this was about the first attempt at the guitars. It's pretty nice, but you know, you have to remember I was already building basses, and so it's, you know, it's just slightly different. But that sounds pretty good. It's a good lead instrument, heavy humbuckers. Not bad. Search for a little lighter sound. I was doing some research and I was reading a book about making violins, and I came across a section where it was talking about the wood and the species of woods, and this is spruce. Spruce has more fibers per square inch than any other wood timber species on the planet. And because of that, sound waves travel faster through it than any other. So I wanted to see what I could get out of it. And this is a very nice instrument. It has a different tonality than your typical alder, mahogany. It's a little brighter, a little quicker response. I like it.
I feel it in my bones every time she walks on by. I hate to see her alone. There's never been so many.
Continuing in the spruce experiments, I came up with this. The body is constructed in a manner that I'm not prepared to expose at this time. I believe it's patentable, but this is I call it an ultralight, and the body is pretty much 100% spruce. There's some other interesting things about this instrument. I used it in Easy Money.
No, there's no more easy cash, and if you think it would last, think it would, and whole bankers, they got away, money men outside the USA, they had their day.
Well, here's a pretty thing. Of course, a Telecaster, but this particular one is solid spruce, and the spruce is such a light colored wood that the yellow really pops. It's a lot of energy, quite beautiful, I think. The downfall is that it's very soft, so you can dent it. So you have to handle it pretty carefully. But,
Made in America, made in America, made in America.
some of you may know the Reliable Hardware Company. Well, they indicated to me that they were doing a video, and I inquired further, and it turned out that the video was going to be called Made in America, and I proposed that I would put together a guitar that they could utilize in the video for some eye candy, and this was the one that I put together. Decal with the American flag and stars and stripes, whatever. They ended up not using it. They chose the previous telly, so but it's sitting on the set somewhere. I'm always experimenting and trying to find an ultimate sound, and this was another one of those attempts. A lot of spruce in this instrument. It actually had a different neck on it, and I cut that off, and this is like a mid-80s Gibson neck that I got online from some builders from the Kalamazoo, Michigan plant. They were selling off parts, so I tried it, and it changed the sound a little, but I think I would have been just well enough to let it alone when I first made it. But neck through body, and It's an interesting sounding instrument. It's a little heavy in the very low lows, and it's got a lot of top, but like the P bass is perfect when you get down to the small speakers. This one gets a little bit lost, but it's a good sound. You know, more like that Beatles box sound.
And you were the perfect storm against which I had no protection. I couldn't seem to make a course correction. I was lost in love. I was feeling.
Well, this is my current lead guitar. I hit the money with this one. Got a fair amount of spruce. My special chambered body. It's a very, very good sounding instrument. It doesn't seem to require any EQ in the mix. I always try to put EQ on it, but I end up liking it better with no EQ, so must have done something right. This particular one has Lindy Frolin P92s. Typically Lindy's stuff is a little clean for my taste, but it works real good in this instrument. Maybe he overwound this set a little bit, and you know, gives it a little more bite and a little more distortion, clipping of the front end of the amp. But this is a fine guitar. Well, the guitar collection wouldn't be complete without some kind of a Strat now. So this is my custom Strat, alder body, maple neck. This bad boy's got the Seymour Duncan Antiquities. This is the Texas Hot Strat on this one. But the, what is that, California Surf one? Fantastic. Really love those two. Got those in another one back there, but I don't want to overwhelm you with all these guitars, so let's call it there. And thanks for coming over to Wild Spirit Studios and checking out some guitars with me. It's been a pleasure.